every lie Blake has ever told, and the evidence that she's laying out just destroyed Blake's case.
What does she have to fear if she's telling the truth? You can rest assured that based on the investigation we've done, based on the text messages we have, the receipts that will go along with that complaint, she's dead in the water. Blake Brown. My goodness gracious. It's so crazy. It's been a crazy week, and most of all, we can see how she is tone deaf to the theme of the movie and how little regard she seems to have for actual victims. As in this next clip, no wonder fans turned on her. Oh my gosh, she is very shallow. It's a serious topic. It's not about star signs or asking for sympathy. Blake's actions have left people stunned. Some are saying, I can't believe I ever liked this woman. Every interview just shows how out of touch and narcissistic she really is. And just like Johnny Depp's legal team tore apart Amber Heard, Justin Baldoni's lawyer is gearing up to take Blake Lively down hard. The question is, will Megyn Kelly take Blake Lively to court as well? Wait until you see this lawsuit. It's going to be wild. Oh, and here's an interesting tidbit. Megyn Kelly's lawyer is also representing Justin Baldoni. But as we mentioned earlier, Blake's whole strategy wasn't just about saving her reputation. From the very start, it seems like she had a bigger, more devious plan in mind, to take control of Justin Baldoni's movie and make it her own. There are countless text messages between Justin and Blake and between Justin and the producers and editors to prove this. She used these allegations of S__UAL H____. And she used these allegations of bullying to try and leverage her position, so she could be the de facto director. Justin Baldoni, who by the way was not only lead actor in the movie, but also the film's writer and director, seemed pretty stunned to learn that Blake had gone ahead and made her own director's cut of the film, and no one was allowed to see it. Just curious if you all have seen her cut, and if anything has changed. I've just been told that we aren't allowed to look.
Wow, okay then.
So, the editors and director can't even look at an actress's cut.
Got it.
Well, here we go. For an executive producer to have their own version of the film is beyond unusual. It's definitely a strange move. But things really took a turn when she started threatening people, saying, I'm not promoting the film. I'm not doing anything unless you use my cut. That's when things got pretty heated. And there's more. Justin was shocked to find out that Blake's husband, Ryan Reynolds, actually had a hand in writing some of the scenes, something that was never even discussed with him. Blake casually revealed, the iconic rooftop scene in this movie, my husband actually wrote that. Nobody knows that, but now you do. And to top it off, Justin was forced to sit in the basement with his friends and family during the premiere of his own film. Blake and Ryan were so petty about it that they specifically requested he not attend, at all, his own movie's premiere. This is just more proof that she wanted to steal the film and have the spotlight only on herself. But now the tables are slowly turning and things are looking real bleak for Blake, because Justin's lawyer is ready to unpack a whole lot of evidence against her. Documents actually don't lie. People do. And it's important that everyone sees all of the documents that are involved in the case, because there are people that have been destroyed as a result of the allegations that have been made so far in this case. So without further ado, here's just some of the lies we now know she's been telling. Number 1. The whole B_________eating saga. Blake accused Justin of invading her personal space and showing up uninvited when she was undressed or B________eating her infant baby. But newly leaked text messages really bring Blake's whole claim into question. Because as we can clearly see from Blake's own personal communication with Justin, she actually invited him to her trailer while she was pumping milk for her baby. Here's the proof, clear as day, as Blake's message reads, I'm just pumping in my trailer if you want to work out our lines. And clearly from Justin's reply, he wasn't in a hurry to rush over to her trailer while she may have been indecent, as he responded, copy. Eating with crew, and we'll head that way. But this shows us that Blake herself set the boundaries with what she was comfortable with. This is just an example of how she loves to play the victim. And then the one about, oh, he burst in on me uninvited when I was B_______rating my child. She says we should run lines together. He's like, anytime. And she's like, come on over, I'm B underscore 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 eating the baby in the trailer, but come on over. Number 2, Blake claimed she was subjected to P underscore 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 graphic material. Yep. Blake accused lead producer and best friend of Justin Baldoni, Jamie Heath, of showing highly inappropriate and P underscore 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 graphic material to her. Blake tried to explain the incident away as a truly awful experience of being harassed, but her lawsuit left out some important details, like the fact that the script actually included a birthing scene, and the producer had shown her a video of his own wife giving birth. It's common to see births in movies and TV shows that just feel unrealistic or staged. As the producer explained, you know, it's like a 3-month-old baby that comes out, and I just wanted it to feel very real. He also clarified that the footage was artistic and tastefully done to Justin actually suffers from severe back issues, and there was a scripted scene in the film where he was supposed to lift Blake up. So it was absolutely crucial for Justin to know how much Blake weighs to be sure that he doesn't hurt himself, or God forbid, hurt Blake. So there was no fat shaming or discussing Blake's body. He just needed to know her weight to ensure the scene could be done safely and correctly. But other leaked messages made Blake's accusations look even more ridiculous. The messages between Justin and Blake show how supportive he was when she expressed concerns about her body image after giving birth. In one message, Justin reassured her, saying, "Anything you are insecure about, we will talk through and get creative together to make you comfortable. I just don't want you to stress about your body. It's the last thing you need." Number 4, the intimacy coordinator. Another accusation making the rounds is that there was no intimacy coordinator on set. In case you're not familiar, an intimacy coordinator is someone who ensures that intimate scenes are handled safely and respectfully. According to Blake's lawsuit, she claims there was no use of intimacy coordinators to observe intimate scenes, and that Mr. Baldoni was responsible for this lack of oversight. Blake's lawsuit claims that Baldoni improvised physical intimacy without rehearsing, choreographing, or discussing it with her, and that no intimacy coordinator was involved. The problem here, though, is that Blake's own words don't quite match up with her legal claims. In an interview, she herself said, "Yes, we did hire an intimacy coordinator." She went on to talk about the chemistry with Justin, saying, "The chemistry with Justin was also off the charts, and Blake, you always have a vision. Talk to me about how sometimes you were even the intimacy coordinator in some of those sexier scenes." And she added, "That shouldn't be happening, by the way. I just want to be clear, you should not be the intimacy coordinator. You should definitely hire intimacy coordinators," which we did have. Thank goodness. So, Blake's lawsuit doesn't quite align with her interview statements. So, which is it? If you're still a little on the fence on this one, then how about these actual text messages between Blake and Justin? "Just hired a new intimacy coordinator, who I love. We'll set you up to meet." To which Blake responds, "I feel good. Can meet her when we start." Doesn't seem like Blake was all that worried about whether there was an intimacy coordinator on set or not. Judging by their body language, it looks like this is ALLL Blake and Justin's just along for the ride. We can show whole video number 5. Blake's nightmare scene also in her lawsuit. Blake made reference to one scene in particular. Let's break it down point by point, because almost every single point she made backfired on her spectacularly. Here's the breakdown. 1. On another occasion, Mr. Baldoni and Ms. Lively were filming a slow dance scene for a montage in which no sound was recorded. 2. Mr. Baldoni decided to let the camera roll and have them perform the scene, but instead of staying in character, he spoke to Ms. Lively as himself. 3. At one point, he leaned forward and slowly dragged his lips from her ear down her neck, saying, "It smells so good." So Blake claimed there was no sound in the scene, right? That works in her favor, since it gives her the perfect opportunity to twist what actually happened and manipulate the situation to fit her narrative. But sorry again, Blake. Justin's lawyer shared the actual footage from filming. And guess what? It has sound. And it once again proves that Blake was lying and twisting the truth. Now watch the original video for yourself and let us know in the comments. Does Justin come across as an absolute monster who's H_________Blake every step of the way? Or is it looking more like Blake tried to play the victim, but it backfired? And by the way, Blake was also acting out of character, not just Justin. But oops, Blake. Isn't it her own words telling Justin that they should talk in the scene? So, what do you all make of this mess? And the plot twist? You won't believe it. Blake has now hit Justin Baldoni and his lawyer with a gag order, trying to stop them from releasing any text messages or other evidence that might paint her in a bad light. Heaven forbid Justin actually defend himself. But here's the real kicker. What do you all think about all of this? The big question is simple. Has Blake been lying this whole time, playing the